People are starting to play the game, guy. Okay, or they did a few days ago. Whatever, guys. They're playing the game, or they did play the game, and they're finally allowed to share their thoughts on what they think of Gotham Knights. And we're all dying to know, what are they thinking? I've been hearing some good things, some great things even, and some meh things. Could be better things. Let's talk about it. Before I talk with you idiots, make sure to comment down below on what you think of all these thoughts on the internet about Gotham Knights. Like the video if you enjoy, and subscribe for more Gotham Knights content. And if you don't subscribe, then She-Hulk's gonna twerk on you. And yes, I'm back. It's been 2 weeks. What have I been doing over these last 2 weeks? I don't know. I was trying to say a joke, but I couldn't think of anything. Fuck me. Okay, well, whatever. Okay. I've just been relaxing, alright? It's been a pretty quiet 2 weeks. We did get that PC trailer the other week. That was pretty cool to see. Everyone's talking about how they saw Superboy and everything. Yeah, I saw that too. Pretty cool, pretty cool. But yeah, today's pretty important. The embargo lifted for Gotham Knights. Let's fucking go. Or at least the embargo lifted for where players can publicly talk about their experience with the game. I still think we gotta wait a bit longer for the official embargo to lift for their reviews and everything, so we just gotta wait for that. There's been a lot of people who have had the chance to play Gotham Knights at Montreal, Canada for around like 2 to 3 hours, so what's everyone thinking about the game? Like I've said, I've been hearing some great things about the game and some things that they wish were better about it. The good things first. Let's talk about the good things. I've been hearing a lot of praise for the story, the open world, and the graphics. I heard that a lot of people were surprised with how much work was put into that Harley Quinn side mission. It's a side mission, guys. People were saying on how surprised they were on how all of that was just a side mission, and the story for that side mission was pretty good and great, and all of the fans were pretty engaged with it all. So that's pretty great to hear that they're enjoying their writing for the game so far. Hopefully that goes into the main story. People have been saying about how big and beautiful the map is. It's Gotham City. Not too much to say about it, honestly, but I have been hearing just a lot of people talk about how beautiful the map is and how much they like it and everything. And the graphics are just there being beautiful throughout the whole thing. Not much about this either. I've just been hearing a lot of people say on how much they enjoy the graphics so far for the game. Some other good things I've heard: the gameplay, the customization, and the traversal. Now, I know a lot of us were clowning on Nightwing for having that glider and all, but I've actually been hearing quite a few people talk about how they enjoyed his glider quite a bit, so that's great to hear. Robin's teleport is kind of cool, but kind of boring. Batgirl is mostly like Batman, obviously, and Red Hood is still kind of lame. I don't know. And the customization, oh my god, the customization, guys? They really went deep with the customization. It looks fantastic. You could customize so much. The mask, the symbol, the colors, it's amazing. We've known about this for a while now, but seeing it here today, it just hits you differently when you're thinking about it versus when you're looking at it. It's just so great, man. I'm glad the customization is this heavy. And the gameplay, I've heard good things and bad things about it. Just a reminder, if you're liking this video so far, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more Gotham Knights content. For the most part, I've heard that the gameplay is pretty fun and the uniqueness of each knight is done very well too. You can definitely feel that Red Hood is the slower one, but doing heavy damage like a fucking tank, honestly. And you got Robin over here doing lighter damage, but he's pretty fucking fast as expected. And speaking of fast, that's one criticism I've heard about the game. It doesn't feel too fast. It kind of feels a bit slow for the most part. Again, I expected this. From all the gameplay we've seen, it does look kind of slow, I guess, but it still looks good enough and manageable. And with the gameplay being kind of slow, I've also heard that the gameplay feels pretty damn repetitive. I heard something about the player having to constantly guard break the big shield enemies since they keep on getting their shield back up and having a lot of health and all that, so it takes time to get them down and all that. Some other things about the repetitiveness, like fighting the same enemies or the gameplay itself almost becoming too stale, I guess. I don't know. I also heard that the dialogue in some places feels and sounds kinda bad. And from some of the clips I've seen, I can agree with that, honestly. It's not horrible, but let's be honest, guys, it definitely could be better. It's either just the delivery on what they say or the unnecessary long pause between each person talking or some cringy basic dialogue, guys. It's just weird. I think I've heard that the dialogue is fine for the most part, but there definitely are some interactions every now and then to where the dialogue could be better. I don't really notice it too much, but when I do, I just think to myself, yeah, the dialogue here definitely could be better. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't bother me too much, though. So back to the Knights. I've heard a lot of people saying that they enjoyed Robin the most along with Red Hood. Okay, Red Hood, okay, out of all 4 of the Knights, Red Hood ends up being one of the funnest ones. Wow, wow, honestly, that does shock me, it really does. Robin, I expected him to be fun, but I swear to you guys, did everyone just stop clowning on Red Hood's gameplay now? Even I clowned on it, saying it doesn't look the best and all, but what do you know, a lot of people ended up saying that he's a lot of fun, and that's great to hear, it really is. Maybe I will main Red Hood, guys, who knows? His gameplay might not look too good, but if it feels good and it's still fun, then that'll make me very happy. All these previews for the game, though, I've heard quite a few people feel kind of indifferent to the game, and then I've been hearing some people saying how much fun it is and how great it is. From everything I've heard, I feel like for the most part, I've heard more good things than bad things. Like, if I were to rate the amount of good things I've heard versus bad, I'd probably say that maybe 60 or 70% of the things I've heard today have been good, and maybe like 20 or 30% of those things have been bad. I don't know. Probably more on the side of 60 to 40 maybe, so it's pretty mixed, I guess. It's just so wonderful to hear people people finally talking about their experience with the game, it gives us all a chance to know on what we should expect for the game and what we should be thinking when we start playing it. I've heard a lot of exciting things today, and I didn't mention everything I've heard or seen, so maybe I'll talk about that in my next video or even live stream. Let's say... fuck it, tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll live stream, guys. I want to see all of you nerds again for a few hours. Comment down below on what you all think of these early thoughts on Gotham Knights, like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more Gotham Knights content. See you next time, you beautiful bitches.